Hello friends, this is Richard, CEO of KPIKit with real-time revenue optimization for websites, for any website in the world. And today we're marking a special day because we're starting a series of walkthrough and we will show you how platform works, why it's beneficial for you, how to take the best return of investment out from the information that they're giving. We show you why we are unique and how we differ from other analytics, other auditing platforms, and why actually we are top one choice for any optimization needs that you actually might have, or any growth planning that you might actually want for your website regards the performance. As you know, KPIKit works in four major pillars that influences revenue directly, which is SEO, code and content, user experience, and user search around your website, and user search experience inside your website as well. So without further ado, let's go and scan the site. Today we will perform the scan on the Dealify, which is our friend's website, and we'll go through with real data, not the demo data, not invented numbers. It will be real time. Video will be unedited, so there will be a little bit mistakes. Pardon me about that one, but we feel that mistakes are making the mistakes that I'm making organically are better if we will cut something out of it and glue together. That will make a artificial feeling of the website. So let's dive in and see what we can find. So while we are watching how the scanner performs its job, its interface is made very clearly. We will scan SEO, UX, UI, content, source code here. Then we will combine total KPI scores together and assign the quality segment for the website. And then we will uncover missing revenue that website is leaving on the table for every year. And those numbers are not invented. If you worry about where we come with those numbers, what are those numbers doing, and how they're looking, and why they are exactly as they are. It is very simple, but at the same time is not simple, because we're having our neural network that assessed the data for over 3 million data sets already. So he learned the revenue indexes, and he knows the revenue indexes impacts on your seasonality, on your business niche, and your geographical location, because each of them differ for the revenues. Each of them different of their revenue targeting strategies and the fixing effort and budget behind of that fixing effort. So that's why neural engine has its knowledge, and then we inject in the machine learning algorithm in it in order to learn your site and benchmark your site KPIs against those revenue indexes. And that's where that magical number of the 50,000 comes from. So it's not from nowhere, it's highly mathematically calculated, and you supposed to get that money back per year if you would match the traffic quality and volume of your top level competitions on average. So that is the number of your targeting. That's the number that you're supposed to target, and that's your accountability of your work and accountability of your effort, and why it is useful for you yourself, for your web business or your e-commerce site or whatever website is out there. It is useful to know your target and follow your target, because nothing is more waste than you do something without accountability. And that's why we are totally different from any analytics tool, from any dashboard, from any charts, any metrics that just shows you where you are, but never shows you what you're supposed to do, and never shows you outcomes from the things that you do. So we will show you all that one in one single platform. We combine many tools together, and we combine many skills together, that you don't need to waste time and you don't need to waste money anywhere around those fragmented tools and fragmented charts and dashboards. So what you see here is that final number, as I explained you what it is, and then we present you the three core pillars of fast track with fast fixes, system health, that is system fixes that your developer or yourself might tackle, which takes a little bit more time and effort, and configuration fixes are usually a little bit less effort needed, and usually users can do it, but still they are, like, from technical perspective, a little bit more hard to perform, more hard to configure, and stuff like that. So the return of investment already with the 40 seconds with no team and no knowledge is presented for you. So if you would be the person that want to optimize your site, or want to optimize the site that you work for, or if you work for the company, you would see immediately 9 fixes will give you the 4K return, which is obviously a first nudge, but because everybody wants to think, okay, we will fix it fast and we get it. But look at the return. Return for fast fixes for Dealify is really not so much. The system health fixes are 9 for 22K of return, and configuration is 20 fixes for 22. So it's obvious return of investment is in this pillar, right? System health, what Dealify must address first in order to get 22K return. And you see the knowledge that we got already for 40 seconds. It's unbelievable. It's really great. So let's go to see full report in order to give you better overview of orientation. In audit overview section, we have a revenue intelligence audit operations center, or if you will, setting center. That is the first thing that you need to remember. This is the center where you can optimize your core of your audit. So you can connect your data, you can change your industries if you fancy, you can change your geo-targeting, you can change your seasonality, and you can change your scan type. I will briefly go through each of them that you would be familiar what to do and why to do. GA4 GSC connector, why it is important? Because we have our brain, our network, our knowledge about your type of business in your competitive niche and in your segment, but nothing beats the real data, and that means that neural network that we have will combine your real data with your real outcomes with the knowledge that we already know. So when you will connect Google Analytics and Search Console, there'll be various metrics that will follow up with that one and adjust the outcomes exactly per your site. That's why it is very important, and from the data confidence perspective as well, you will be very much more sure that actually this data aligns to you way better than data without it. So industry, the same thing here with the industry. Sometimes classification even from Google side is totally wrong, and it's based on your HTML data code that crawlers read in your site. You might be in e-commerce, but you write something about, let's say, machinery. So, and the qualification of your site will be tech and not e-commerce that you actually want to be in. And that means Google will put you in wrong basket, and you will be in a competition wise in wrong basket. And no tool out there allows you to switch your baskets in that meaning except us. So you can go here, you can choose any niche that you want, press the button, and we will overwrite manually your data. You will see your return of investment in different data. You will see your return of investment for different category, but for your site. That's why it's very useful. Geo-targeting, the same thing here, but with different manner. The geo-targeting is most important for those guys that are having planning things for purchasing power. Meaning, if you want to sell shoes in Egypt, they will cost you $14, for example. And then you want to sell the same shoes, and you're planning to sell shoes in the United States. The same shoes will cost there $114, right? So it's a huge difference, and no tools out there actually segmenting that difference with the revenue outcomes, but we do. So whenever you fancy to target different locations, just come here, press the button, and we will apply that purchasing power intelligence metrics to your data. Seasonality is having each own multiplier thing, and that multiplier means that if I target something in December, let's say those the same shoes I'm planning to sell in December, I just press the button with a quarter number 1, and I will see my planning thing and my data adjusted to that season for that correct industry and for that target. So this is granular data for your auditing, for your reviewing, and for your planning to address certain markets in certain seasonality and geo-targeting. This is very important because that granularity of data will give you most precise information about your business and about where you want to go, what you want to fix, and what a return of investment that will give you back. Scan type is a very simple. You just choose the modes that you want. It says for single URL, smart for top pages, and full for deep domain. And the button rescan is self-explanatory. So this is your operation settings center. The center number 2 that you need to remember, it's fix action center right here. It doubles action center right here. So whenever you press these buttons here, you will land on these tabs here. So that is actually where your work is happening, and that is actually where everything that you do is happening. I will go through that a little bit later. And the third center is your KPI diagnostic center. This is the place where all metrics are living inside. So basically all metrics that we scan, and all sub metrics, and all fixing things, all guides, all explanation why you need to fix, why it matters for revenue, what is out there for your industry, by every metric is right there. So let's go to Action Center for a bit and explain you how those metrics are look like and why you need to target them. All opportunities, for example, all 4 buckets here, all opportunities, fast track, system health, and configuration, have absolutely the same segmenting logic. And that segmenting logic is taken by ICE framework. ICE stands for impact, confidence, and ease. That means how impactful is and we think is the fix, what data confidence stands behind our point of view of the fix, and ease, how ease actually is to address that one based on various principles. So all this is already pre-segmented, pre-calculated for you with a mathematical precision. And plus you can sort manually the results as you wish. If you want to target projected uplifts by the dollars, you can do that one. You can press the time to compete by the fastest fixes, and you can press data confidence, and the data confidence will be as a top. So whatever you like manually, you can do it as well. And all this, all opportunities, fast track, system, and configuration, is segmented by 3 buckets as well. By the revenue drivers, obviously they will be targeted more to the revenue. Core standards, this is your long-term game, without which one you will lose conversions, visibility, or you won't fill the gaps that are needed. And critical actions is obviously where all problems that are holding you back do live. So by pressing that one, everything as well is rearranged for you, and you see all things what you need to fix. Obviously, when you click for that metric here, this is in UX UI and a system health, you will land in UX UI on LCP here. All right, this represents as well content right there. And why those listings are super useful for you in your workflow, with very simple thing. When you click it here, you land on the page. I will show you in a moment, but this is giving you target why actually you want to fix that one. So if any other dashboard will give you, okay, your largest contentful paint is 32. Okay, what to do with this? Absolutely nothing. You don't know. Your fix will make a difference. You don't know how much it will cost for the business in order to hire you to fix that one. Or you don't know when you fix that one how much money actually you brought back to business in a conversions and visibility or whatever metric you try to optimize, right? We'll give you that knowledge immediately out of the box in those 40 seconds. Plus, the workflow allows you to mark as pending, delegate, and mark as fixed. And beauty of that one is, for example, you press the delegate, the email is already pre-written for you. So if you don't want to fix that yourself, you just enter the email of your colleague or friend or whatever help you get, and the email will state exactly why this needs to be fixed and how much return that will give back to the company or yourself. You just send and delegate, and that's it. When you press that button, you will land in your corresponding segment here. So fixed will be fixed, delegated, and pending obviously will be there. And let's go back to audit overview page. As a summary, you always can see everything here. So for example, Dealify every day losing $138, and I like to call it like that is the price of inactivity. So every day that they are not fixing that one, they are losing that amount of money. And obviously there are 38 fixes pending that they need, and your next win is obvious thing. So 3 centers that you need to remember: settings center, the to-do center here, and KPI diagnostics center here. But one more thing I need to address, which is a reporting section in a deep dive audit and revenue growth engine. Deep dive audit page will allow you to actually export your audits on the fly, meaning you can optimize everything that you want in audit. You can move the blocks, you can exclude the blocks, you can actually adjust any text in your audit, you can show your progress and predicted revenue lift, you can do your competitive benchmark, which is unique data as well here, and you can have your presentation strategy as a framework which you can set actually up here. So by revenue priority again, by confidence and speed, and then you can adjust any metric that you want to be presented in the audit as well. So you can exclude that one, or you can delete the metric, and everything will be recalculated for you on the fly automatically. And then just export your PDF and your audit is ready with one button press. And so above all that one, there is one area that is most important for every person that touches optimization thing. And in my understanding, it is like that: if you can't find your revenue leaks, if you can't find and tackle and track your revenue leaks, better is not to do absolutely anything, because you don't know the accountability, you don't know the profit that will make your job, and that will never tell you the true story, how much you worked for the company or how much you actually recovered from all this one. So when you land actually on audit overview page, the most important thing and the first thing what you need to do is to go to revenue growth engine right here. And what revenue growth engine is giving you? It's giving you the power of setting your targets exactly as you want them. Meaning, we automatically show you what the e-commerce in your region, what the e-commerce in your seasonality and in your business niche on average is showing you. We show you that number that you can either accept it or you can enter your amounts of target. Oh, sorry, I already did it that before. So you enter your amount of target. Let's say my revenue for overall for the year was 70. Okay, 70K. And so that will be set as your target. Plus, Our audit found that you have 50,000 revenue leaks. You have opportunity to switch that off or on. And the second step, you can pick up your growth strategy by conservative, by +5%, +3, 15%. With a one button click, you can add your growth planning strategy as a target. Let's say I want to be aggressive or I want to be market leader. Let's go for aggressive this time. So everything is pre-calculated here, and what you need to do is just to lock target and track it. When you press the launch roadmap, everything that you will do on the site will be tackled to that number, meaning your target number for a year is 141835 here. So, and here you see the target is locked in already by the predictive uplift and by your exact uplift here. So this line will show you how much in reality you recovered, and this line will show you prediction how you must go and where you must go. For example, you want to fix AO and geo readiness. All right, you go here, and we land the analysis for you, and we do all the investigation of that metric for you in a glance. So for that metric, you have 84 KPI score. Industry standard for that KPI is 65, so you have a +19 efficiency gap, and data confidence is 75. But if you will close with the Google Analytics and everything else, so this will change up and will be even better. So this is your performance assessment. This is projected uplift. So it's self-explanatory. And this is opportunity thing and so on, so on. So, and this is what you need to do, where you need to do, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So let's imagine that actually you fixed it. Let's imagine that one. So you go here or you go here and press fixed. Fixed markers done. Readiness is now marked as completed. And then you always go back to revenue growth engine and see how that works in real time. So this will be shown as an uplift going up and up and up for you. Always show you how much you recovered, when you recovered, and full accountability of your work will be there. The same will be for every opportunity written right here. So either that's the audit, or it's the LCP, either that's caching or whatever. For example, you go here, you press the fix issue, you already land on the same page, not the same page, but of the corresponding page in the system health, and we are generating you the data that is corresponding to that. And we show you your performance, and your performance in this KPI is less than your competition with a -15 gap, which means you need to work hard for that one. All right, so in any sense, you just mark this as a fixed, and that is recorded in your revenue growth engine. Always you will see your performance, always see how much you recovered and where exactly. Okay, this briefly is it what I wanted to tell you today. There are many things as well here and there that I haven't covered, but let's keep it rolling out the next videos, and subscribe and see what we are about to do and we're about to do. Thank you for joining me, and take care.